It's a bluebird day in the central interior British Columbia. I'm Joey Only, the host of Caribou Weather Dude YouTube channel. That's right here up in Wells, BC, 3,953 feet above sea level. I am your weatherman. Took a bit of a day off yesterday. There wasn't a whole lot of weather activity in the province anyways. I don't know what happened, but I woke up yesterday feeling kind of nauseous, and then the dog and I both vomited within like 3 minutes of each other. It was completely weird. And then after that, I was fine for the rest of the day. But I spent like most of the day just being like, I can't eat. And I just did not feel like making a weather video for you. I'm sorry because I know I'm watcher supported, and you guys support me. That's like you're keeping me in business to make content. And taking a day off, I feel like it's the same as any job. Like I can't take a day off. But I did. Anyways, I'm back. We got thunderstorms today that are going to happen in British Columbia. That's right. And I'm going to tell you all the details on that right now. There it is. This is bad news. My God. All right. I didn't think it happened. Yeah. Wow. I'll watch the video later. Hey, try mopping this. Hey, hit like, share, and subscribe if you wouldn't mind, because I need that all the time. Okay, let's get on with the weather forecast. Here's looking at Western Canada today. Yeah, we did have some real major thunderstorms going through Alberta yesterday, especially. Some of that exciting energy we had on Sunday went through Alberta. And man, the lightning north of Edmonton last night, unbelievable. I looked at the lightning tracker at one point, and it said 1,000. One of those circles said 1,000. It's like, man, that is so much lightning that was torching off north of there. Pretty exciting stuff. So that threat moves on east. Meanwhile, let's talk about British Columbia before we get over to them. But that's just my way of saying we will talk about the prairies a little bit today, like I like to do. Area A is where we could see severe thunderstorms. Like, if we're getting 1 centimeter hail, I'm like, nah, I don't know, maybe on the severe threshold, probably not. If it's 2 centimeter hail, I generally think that kind of convection it takes to make the 2 centimeter hail, if that's happening, you're going to have a storm that's capable of doing some pretty exciting things. Now, I don't think the risk is great. It's a minor risk. So we could see some thunderstorms today. I'm concerned that my friend who's got their family hunting and whatnot out south of Fort Nelson, you're probably going to see some activity today. So we'll try to get you some information as well too today, Pam. Okay. All right. Look at the prairies there, Tuesday to Wednesday. Look at this. Lots of stuff going on there. So just to the east of Saskatoon and north of Highway 16 is the area B, where you can see 90-kilometer-hour gusts of wind and 2 to 3 centimeter hail. Also some large hail expected in that Edmonton area, though a more minor risk of it. We could see yet another severe thunderstorm popping up in that. I say the Edmonton region. That's a huge region. It's like the size of a European country or something like that. But to me, it's like, are you in the Calgary side of Alberta or the Edmonton side? Okay, well, the storms could be passing through Edmonton, okay? That is the case. Maybe even out to Vegreville, where the big Pasanka egg is. So strong thunderstorm potential in Area B. Potential is less, but you could still see a strong thunderstorm in Area D as well. Area A, looking at probably weak, probably pulse thunderstorms, something a little bit weaker. And then if you look overnight, actually, that threat continues to move east, and that will move into northern Manitoba, a little ways away from our chase specialists there. So in the morning time, Manitoba expects some thunderstorms to be popping on through on Wednesday. Now, the only real story so far today, probably by the time I get this forecast video out, they'll start throwing up some severe weather watches here and there, and I hate when that happens, but I can't wait all day to make my forecast video either. So I've already told you where I think the strong thunderstorms are going to be, both in the prairies and in BC, and we'll get to some more details in a minute. Southern Saskatchewan's got a heat warning going on, which that doesn't surprise me. I wasn't really aware that it was this hot there right now. 32 to 34 degrees, humidex up to 40. That's really humid for the prairie, really hot, man. Holy. Up to 40 on Wednesday, humidex values. Heat warnings will be updated as necessary. Check on everyone's health, okay? Watch for headaches, dizzy, nausea, sweating a lot and being really fucking hot, and neighbors who are drinking too much beers and getting out of control. Okay, we still got smoke nonsense going on out east. And a rainfall warning. That's great news for you. I thought that was going to be a smoke. No, it's not. It's not a smoke. It's a rainfall warning. Air quality warning still on that side of Newfoundland. But look at this. Rainfall warning. Additional rainfall of 10 millimeters. You're getting a rainfall warning for 10 millimeters? What is going on, friends? And, of course, that's still smoke down there in the southern part of Nova Scotia. So that's crazy. They were just setting daily max temperatures on the East Coast. This is the seesaw effect. And this is what I'm talking about. This is like, what a lot of people don't understand because, during the heat spell, they'll say, well, that's just summer. And then when it goes down to 1.7, they'll say, where's your climate change now? Listen, friends in New Brunswick, the roly-poly nature of the jet stream is exactly a sign of climate change. It gets so hot, and you got some cold up there, and it makes the thing bend and move around, and it's like, we go from one extreme to the next. That is what climate, that's why we don't call it global warming, you idiots! Sorry, I'm back now. I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be okay. Okay, that's all the weather summaries for Canada. Okay. Whoa, on the Supercell composite surface base, we do have, looks like over on the Alberta side, a big time risk of a supercell there, nearing the Edmonton area once again. But look at this, all along the eastern side of British Columbia. This just tells you that there is that minor risk that we could see a severe thunderstorm in BC today. Absolutely. Because you can have thunderstorms without supercells on here, but the supercell potential being, that's still percentage-wise not great compared to percentage chance over in Alberta, but still, that's I have to tell you this. I have to tell you that they could get severe today, even if most of them will not. Composite reflectivity. We're just pretending like this is a radar scan. So you can see there's a little bit of a risk of thunderstorm out on the coast. There still is that. You can see some flashes of lightning out there. A little bit of rain up in northern BC, up along the coast mountains up there. Now you can see where some of these storms will be. Looks like that elbow towards the South Peace, North Rockies there. Looks like we could see some of these thunderstorms popping up in Prince George, Quesnel region through the afternoon, and then move off like in a line, presumably. And then Wednesday, more thunderstorm potential. Yeah, that's true. Before it buggers on off and then makes for lots of rain and whatnot in northern Alberta, northern Saskatchewan. I think that fire season is really taking a beating. The show is pretty much over in Saskatchewan and Manitoba. And I hate saying that because then there'll be like a big fire blow up next week and people be like, Joey said the show was over. Yeah, I did. Remember when fires ran 40 kilometers in June in Saskatchewan? That's what I mean. I don't think that's going to be happening again much. These fires keep taking rain, and it looks good for their future to keep taking rain. I'm not saying that they won't have moments of activity and there won't be some headlines ahead. No, I just think that we are moving more and more away from that paradigm of extreme burning that we've seen in much of Saskatchewan and Manitoba this year. Towns are going home in Manitoba, okay? I'm not just making this up. HRDPS model, Canadian model. Again, we've seen this before, and that's because of all the heat as well. Look at the crazy convective available potential energy that's popping up in southern Saskatchewan. This is nuts. Now, that's over 3,000 joules per kilogram. So, hail possible. That risk of thunderstorm. I mean, these aren't insane Cape values at noon. These aren't insane, but elevated enough that you could see some severe-ish activity in that region today. I think my impression is, for my friend whose family is hunting up there, whatever you're doing out there, my impression is the thunderstorms may be developing on top of them and then getting cohesion and getting more strength as they move out onto the open land. So you may still be it may be that the deeper you are into the mountains, the better. And I've found that at times when you're on that side of the mountain, that is the case. So you can see this large line of Cape value moving through. Look at this, Edmonton even. That's some high spikes. I don't see any talk of tornadoes or whatnot today, but I think when there's this kind of Cape values around, it's not out of the question. We've seen the air do some spinny things because of how cool it is up above us. And the Caribou, no, the Cape values aren't nuts. They're not nuts. 764. This isn't crazy. So I'm not sure where the energy fully is coming from to make these thunderstorms today. We got these like bends in the shortwave because of this instability that's coming in from the coast. I mean, that's the best guess, is a little bit of warmth and that add up together. So we have this thunderstorm threat today, but I don't see it as this huge show. And then look at this, 3,000, 4,000. Thunderstorms are going to go nuts in Saskatchewan, man. They're going to go nuts out there. It's coming to you. High pressure starting to block for us here. That's interesting. I wonder what that's going to do, Joey. Well, that means we're going to have a bit of a clearing trend. Look at this, warming and clearing. So that's what's coming up next, friends, is warmer weather. What am I going to do today? I want to go chasing thunderstorms. I need more footage, man. I need more footage. Here's good intel. Look at this shortwave bend right there. Boom, right south of Quesnel. So that's a good sign that our thunderstorm development is probably going to start on a line from like Williams Lake out to Nasco, tied to Burns Lake, kind of like on a trajectory sort of like that. And bam, there you can see those storms popping up along that line, more or less. Here's the line up north that's starting to form. As you can see, so your family's probably somewhere in here fishing, hunting, whatever they're friggin' doing, Pam. So I'm going to tell you, like, they're probably going to form on top of them and move on out. That doesn't mean that they're not in some level of risk, but I think in some ways, like I say, the deeper you are in the mountains, the more favorable it should be for you, the more that protected you should be. There's your strong storms popping off on the Alberta side. Here we got a good line there now, coming off east side of the Rocky Mountains, Quesnel, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You're probably seeing your storm by then. Hickson, probably seeing some action by then, moving on through. It may not be the only thing you see today. Could see some lightning on Hattiguai, could see some lightning on the north coast, could see a little bit of shots around Terrace. There was lightning around Smithers late last night. These aren't crazy looking. These storms look a little stronger in Fort St. John, to be honest, look a little stronger in the Alberta side. These aren't crazy looking thunderstorm maps. No, not at all. Yeah, see, look at most of that line forms up and gets cohesive as it comes off the North Rockies. So with any luck, they should be mostly okay today. Then we got this larger line around 5 o'clock trying to really come through in the Quesnel, Prince George area. Here it comes. Boom. What am I going to do today? I guess I'm going to go park somewhere near Quesnel, I think. Get my phones charged and see what I can do here. Get this video out and see what I can do here. And then, of course, as these like random errant thunderstorms throughout the province take off there through the evening, we're seeing like rain in the north, a little bit more lightning in the Peace area. Like they're going to be near thunderstorms for sure. There's going to be near some thunderstorms up there on their hunting trip. And hey, if you want specific forecasts, people, for a trip or something you're planning and you become a channel member, you put a donation into the channel, you're going to get a forecast from me, at least a mention every day, right? So, I mean, I can't cover everybody all the time, but that's one thing I can do. Overnight lightning in Slave Lake. Overnight lightning, very dry looking in eastern side of Saskatchewan. That's our thunderstorms we were talking about that are moving into Manitoba for Wednesday morning. When we look at our first map again, and now we see Wednesday, a little bit of precip in the Caribou, a little bit of precip through northern BC, warm down in Vernon first thing in the morning, still 14, 15, 16 degrees in the morning. That's nice. High pressure establishing itself. Low digging in now in the prairies. Flanking thunderstorms popping off on Manitoba side. The actual show developing over Saskatchewan. Mostly rainy bullshit storms on Wednesday in the BC interior. A little bit better up on the north there. So again, you're going to see some rain, going to see some lightning up north. Temperatures around 15, 16 degrees. Maybe pushing 20 if you get some sunshine, but I doubt it. Strong thunderstorms Wednesday. Now it's 8 o'clock on Wednesday. As you can see, that is one large heavy low that's going to be pounding across the northern section of the province, bringing a little bit of rain as it does for absolutely sure. Look at those reds in there. That's a heavy rate of rainfall and making its way into Manitoba for the morning. So a couple nighttime morning show thunderstorms for Manitoba coming up. And look at that big old low, man. Anything could happen there. And of course, that's why the Cape values are so high, is that low is feeding upwards, low spin counterclockwise. So it's pulling warm air up from the south and pulling cool air down from the north and behind it. And that's all it takes to make some wild thunderstorms. Looks like Thursday morning, a good show in southern Manitoba, while the larger low mostly takes over the north. And again, see that line of rain that's really... I mean, that's a bit north of where those fires were, but it did pass through there. Those fires keep taking rain. So I just keep seeing the indices getting better up there. The fire activity getting less and more people going home. Okay, that's what I got so far for you today. I think I just made up my mind where I'm going to go park. I just halfway through recording this video, I was like, oh, I got to charge my phones, and ran over and plugged them all in. So getting my cameras ready. Hopefully it's a good one. Still a blue bird out there today. I don't see any sign of instability in the atmosphere. I don't know where it's coming from, man. I mean, I do know it's like the backside of that low that's trying to develop in Alberta. You know what I'm saying. It seems, usually in the morning I look up on a thunderstorm day out the sky and I'm like, oh, look, it's a thunderstorm day. And it's very obvious to me. Okay, hit like, share, subscribe, become a channel member, keep supporting the guy. This is what I'm trying to do for my living. I give my videos for free. I give my forecast freely to everybody. There's no expectation that to get information that could save your life from Joey Only that you need to somehow pay me? No. But if you appreciate all the hard work I'm doing, man, until this last 2 months, I went weeks where I ate very little this spring trying to build this channel, like just working. I put a lot of sacrifice into it. I'm having to fight for it. If you want to write a letter of support, I really need that for a number of things going on in my life right now. One of which also is grant writing to try to grow this channel and get some more gear and more support, more tech support. Make sure Joey Only Outlaw Band at gmail.com, JOEYONLY Outlaw Band at gmail.com. You can send a donation there. You can send a letter of support there. You can send a letter of support to Box 82, Wells, BC, Victor 05 2 R. Is it R? Yes, 2R0. That's my address. I always forget because 2K0 was my address growing up, and then I get them confused all the time. Okay, that's the show this morning. We'll see you out there on the road. And I felt bad for that guy. He biked by me on Highway 97 on Sunday while I'm set up with my cameras out, and I'm like, imagine that you're like biking across Canada, whatever the hell you're doing, and then you see a reputable storm chaser parked there staring at a thunderstorm. That would be very unsettling for me. Okay, hopefully everyone's safe today. Bye now.